In this video, I'm going to go over some of the Google Chrome plugins that I've created using only ChatGPT and with very little programming experience. So I decided to start with very easy projects, and I'm working on some other ones right now as well. The very first one that I created was just asking any questions to GPT-3. So for example, you can ask what's 10 plus 10, you'll get the answer here. You can also do, let's say, what's the capital of the UK, and you'll get the answer here as well. After I created that one, then I moved on to summarizing articles. So I think it's this one here. Oh yeah, it's this one here. So article summary basically digests this entire thing. It's a pretty long article with code inside as well. And so right now it's processing. Maybe for the next iteration I'll have a, here we go. And you'll see that this is the summary here. And then after this article summarizer, I mean, it's great to have, I think, and then after the article summarizer, I've also created this one for doing summaries of YouTube videos. So I didn't bother updating the icons. I can obviously do that very easily, but I've just used the same one for all of them. But this is the YouTube transcript summarizer, where it looks at the transcript of the videos that you're watching, and then you hit summarize, and then it will generate the summary of the transcript in this section here. Sometimes especially when it's a very long video, I like having I like seeing what I'm going to be watching first, and whether or not it covers the things that I want to learn about before investing the time, especially if it's like a 1 hour or 2 hour YouTube video. So I find this to be really useful. For the next iteration, I'm going to add some other features. For example, when you hit summary, there'll be a little loading icon and some other things there as well. But I find this whole development very exciting. I can imagine that at some stage, right now when I create the YouTube summarizer, I get a lot of errors, there's a lot of diagnosing, I need to fix a lot of stuff. So all in all, it takes me maybe like 1, maybe 2 hours just to fix all the errors, and I feed all the errors from Google Chrome back into ChatGPT. It comes up with a solution, and then I try those things, doesn't work, and then I write what the errors that comes up are. So there's a lot of back and forth. It's not a clean sort of make me this plugin and then here's something that works. Usually it takes a bit of time, but we're still in the early days, and I can imagine that at some stage in the future it's just going to churn things out that just works. And so that really makes me sort of wonder if we're able to just feed prompts into either ChatGPT or whatever it is, and we get exactly the software that we want. What will be the implications of that for the bigger software companies? And the advantage of this is that we can create software which is fully personalized, which is custom towards our needs, and not this one-size-fits-all mass market approach. So that if there's something that you want in particular, if there's something from your note-taking app, or if there's something that you want from your to-do app or whatever software that you're using, it can be really created in a way which works specifically for you. And sometimes that's going to work for other people as well, and other times not so many people. So if right now when you're thinking about software, you're not thinking, okay, how can I reimagine the software so that it works really well for me? You're just thinking, okay, I have this problem, how can I solve it? In the future, I think it's going to be more, okay, so here's the problem that I'm facing, what's the best solution, or how can I get the most from this? If I can start from a blank sheet of paper, how would that software look? And then how would I turn that into a prompt? And then how would I get the result that I want? And so I think it's going to cause quite a little bit of a rethink in terms of how we think about the software that we're using.